as you only have 2 more matches to play tonight if you are in these 2 groups. That said, it is time to watch those matches get played. The plane is in the air. The island is in play. Matrim and Porosaurus are in their chairs. Let's go to them live for the call.
I love you too, Toffees. And I love you, Poro. Even though he didn't put us inside his love category, I guess we're just going to go ahead and continue that one through. But now it is time to leave Miramar back in the dust and make our way over towards Erangel.
I don't know, man. It feels bad, doesn't it? Like,
It hurts a little bit. Hurts a little bit.
It's a little bit. Yeah, it's whatever. We'll somehow manage to survive and persevere through this lack of love. It's okay. It's fine. You know who I'm hoping that kind of finds a way to persevere in this one? Team Liquid. Boy,
they're just playing with golf rules right now, dude. They're going for low score.
Look, I mean, any team that's playing right now that finds themselves on that leaderboard that you're looking at right now needs to have something happen in these last 2 games to kind of push themselves up a little bit, because boy, oh boy, after this, we're going to have 1 more day left, and you want to be in that top 16. What's going on here, Neil? DXG going to find themselves Dangshay. Dangshay, nobody really near him. It looks like Adder is about the closest one. He's in vehicle. Looks like he might be heading over in this direction.
Oh, they're just looting. They're just looting. I don't know if they have an... Oh, I don't know. They might have heard that one. And did a little bit of a step forward. You can see instantly stopped. Dangshay playing this one a little bit slow. There's the fact that reinforcements are coming up. You can see Adder making a play back behind this one. Starting to regroup. That's going to draw a little bit of attention back over. DXG starting to regroup back on the other side of this one. See if maybe they can try to set up a defensive line angle. But Adder even finds an approach angle back over here towards this. Are we going to see DXG try to regroup off of this? Because everybody from T1 is starting to make a play. I think that DXG was starting to take a look back over towards Georgia Pool, but instead now starting to make a full push back over here to try to commit back over onto this angle. Star-Lord playing on the outside of this one, might get vision back over towards Fergus, but doesn't manage to spot him out. And Dangshay is just playing this one so slow. DXG wants to try to get out of this, running up the hillside. Star-Lord's got the angle on one, gets 2. That's going to be problematic. Are we going to see the rest of DXG trying to make a play for this? No. They're just going to cut it back down south and call their losses good.
Yeah, the quicker the better, too, because you got a few teams that are already on the move. Ents in vehicles. Kia also going to be collapsing on top of each other. You got 4 a.m. still hanging up on top of Everest, overseeing all of this. Liquid also on the move already. You also have your teams that are still hanging out to the south that have to find somewhere to go inside here. But Kia...
Oh, but here's the thing. Look, T1 is so centered up inside this. All these teams are going to start trying to drive by their position.
Oh, Liquid. Oh, Liquid, are you crashing right
Not
into
like
this?
Not like this, Liquid. All right, Mixie, you get it. Going for the peek around on the outside, and oh, there it comes into play. Adder finds angle back over towards James. That's a 1 down. Aqua 5 looking back over towards Abyss's position. Already down to Half-Life. Star-Lord finds an angle. Gonna go ahead and take down Clib. And this is turning problematic real fast. That was a beautiful spin back around coming out from them. Now just Mixie the last one up, and they rolled right into the wrong neighborhood. Trying to get the shots back over towards Dangshay. He's just going to retreat away from this. And everybody from T1 starting to make a little bit of a play around the positioning. But do note, there are shots coming out from back over Tinba's direction, back towards the west and kind of the southwest positioning as well. That making it a little bit more difficult for T1 to take the aggressive play back over towards Mixie. But the problem for Mixie is the fact that there's a lot of other teams that are taking shots at him as well.
4 Angry Men looks like they're just going to hop in vehicles and maybe...
Are they sending it? They're driving straight at
mean,
Divine's position. Oh, the grenade is prepped. They're throwing it out. It rolls right underneath of their car, jumps out of this, tries to go for the shots in the style. It's not going to work. June has the positioning back over towards that one and take it down. But, you know, for him, I like the swagger you're trying to bring there.
Yeah, like, it just reminded me of when I was a kid and I was like, hey, you guys, you want to see something cool? And I'm like dribbling a basketball. I try to do a crossover between my legs and I trip myself and fall flat on my face. Kind of what happened there. Lou going to try to send it through. Looks like he's going to survive for now. Manages to get through the tough part of the gauntlet. But where do you go? He's got some rocks to hang out with. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, we didn't get a chance to really talk about this circle because it's just Gatka fields with a touch of chopsticks. This is pretty flat, and let's be real, there's 48 people alive. This is about to be a hay bale game. Everybody's about to drop down, and it's about to turn into a snake fest.
It is definitely not great. Meanwhile, you can see VP kind of trading back and forth with Zenith right now through the smoke clouds. Roth kickstart trying to see if they can find anything. The Molotov's coming through. Poonage looking for some kind of angle, but the smoke doing its job. But again, this is all going on outside of circle. You got Navi and Tiamba that are already inside of circle that could be third partying this at any time.
Zenith playing this one a little bit slow. Good peek back over coming from Roth. One and then a second one. Look at the play coming out from that one. Hutchinson tries to go for a spray back over towards it. He goes down, and there we go. Zenith gets eliminated as Virtus Pro somehow, some way holds the line.
They put forth a good effort there. That was a nice little fight, but VP playing those smoke clouds perfectly. And I mean, you can't ask for anything more than it coming down to a 1v1, and it sucks that they lose it, but Zenith giving them everything they can handle. We'll see if TSM can hold off AAA.
Oh, it's not looking like it. Quick Knot comes back over towards it. Wookie Bookie playing an outside position, as well as Iroh back over towards Chopsticks itself. AAA should be able to just walk through, flush these out. They've got a little bit of cover that they can play from, and TSM is just going to have to deal with this. Meanwhile, Divine looks like they might be contemplating making a play back over towards Chopsticks, instead stopping right along the hillside in front of this. A little bit of a slow roll rolling right up into this point, though, looking back over towards AAA's positioning.
Yeah, they're fully aware that somebody's here, but rather than just crash right into it, go ahead and look to the rock, and that's going to play dividends too, as June will find gems. And now is the time for the push. The good grenade bounce a little bit too far, but does enough. There you go.
Hits the backboard.
As you like.
Here we go. Day trade. They're making a play back over towards K7's positioning, and this is just coming in with full-on strength. Defensive line instantly collapses. K7. Now they're going to have to try to play this one with grenades and just peak angles. You can see Lock. Try and make a little bit of a play back around this one. Looking back over towards it. Savior puts in a little bit of work. Does manage to get down Banana. So we're going to have to see how fast we can see this fight end, as unfortunately, not a lot of it is inside the safe zone, and Day Trade does have a little bit of life that they can cling to. Finally, the last reserves coming up right back behind them, so they're going to firmly regroup back into this position. But K7 trying to find a little bit of a sneaky angle to play around this one while trying to flush out the one that's inside the house.
It started off looking good for Day Trade there. Nice little crash, full commitment, and then they immediately had to hit the brakes as Lockslock will stay alive. Oh, I like this position for Nurens here. Only thing you got to worry about is somebody third partying you. And look at this. Now we got another push from Kale. He goes down to but Sanyong. They had no idea.
Sneaky play coming out from this one. Can he manage to take down Nikki? No, third party is going to start coming in. Tries to go for the play around this one, but it's going to be yet again a big survival point coming up back over on the angle, and Divine clinging to life over and over again. Under wants to come in and try to finish this one out. Jumps through, gets the spray back over to the just res. And now it's a peak battle around the tractor. Grenade's going to come back over from one side of this. Looking back over for this one, being patient with it. Under trying to play this one slowly, but the grenade's just going to pop off anyway. So with this, Kia do end up taking the tractor.
Jeez. These guys are absolutely nuts here. Let's see if TSM can deal with TSG, the fight that we've been afraid of, Matrim. The battle of the TSs.
This is just chaos, man. I mean, you can feel that China and Korea are just starting to get into an aggressive play positioning coming through off of this. They're just like, hey, we know the fact that there's nowhere to go, so let's just send it and see if we can get some kill points out of it. And I love the awareness on just trying to maximize the amount of points that they can get. Meanwhile, remember T1's nice little setup that they had before? Now they've got a whole bunch of neighbors to contend with. Technically 4 squads. They're really just one strong squad and 2 solos hiding out in the same building.
Mexi's still alive for TL here. He's got well, you got the European building.
Go ahead and toss out a couple of grenades, see if they manage to connect. Under, though, is gonna see if maybe he can pick up a kill out of this one. Not gonna be able to find it. Tries to go for the shots underneath it. This one, Wookie, though, does manage to spot out K7, trying to go for a little bit of a style play of their own. So now Savior, the last one up, just clinging to life right next to a hay bale, and that's going to open up the opportunity for Iroh to move inside the zone.
Man, I was told that the seat swap meta made that that pretty much an easy thing, but Wookie Bookie just putting him in his place. Is TSM going to stay alive here, keep those 2 up and under? Meanwhile, still just a huge problem. He's got built himself a little bit of a car for it here. Mings will get spotted out by
I thought you couldn't fight in this neighborhood. I thought that there was just like everybody had just made an agreement and there was a treaty that they were just going to shoot everything outside. But finally, we're starting to see a little bit of a skirmish happening inside these houses.
There was some rules set in place by the HOA. Unfortunately, it looks like Mings is going to go down there, Lauren, try to get the res. But unfortunately for him, T1 still holding on to just all the utility in the world. Meanwhile, Under still 4 frag grenades and 2 smokes, and he gets the circle. So let's go.
Meanwhile, Tiempa starting to make their own start. I wouldn't call it aggressive just quite yet. Looks like they're just kind of firming up their defensives. They know the fact that they're going to have to make the play back over towards this. But T1 has all the control, and look at that, just rolls right through. And Tiempa instantly drops to T1, now sitting at 13 kills. My God, T1 is so strong right now.
They're balling right now. Meanwhile, you still got Diggory and Mexi. Oh, well, there goes Mexi. Does get spotted out, but he gets liquid to 5th.
Hey, he got placement points, man.
We take that. The seat swap.
Oh,
what are you gonna show him how it's done? No, Under. Oh,
I don't even know. I just don't even know what's happening over here anymore, Poro. Like, it's just. Sure.
Look, I was told
Iroh. Grenade lands on Under. Sure. Why not? Why not Poro in this round? Whatever. I don't even know.
Sure. I mean, like, hey, Ira got him. That's all that counts. And now it's down to Diggory. What can you do, my dude? Let's see if we can get a point off of this. Oh my God, dang Shay. Jeez.
I mean, God, that's just T1. I know we said it just a second ago. These guys are scary right now.
All my life I want money and power, respect my mind, no die from last y'all. I pray my dick get big as the Apple Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud 9 and this 9 is never on